so important to us is that there's good indication that after the strike is finally settled, 70 to 100 schools, CPS schools, are going to be turned around, shut down, that will disrupt neighborhoods, the neighborhood school ethics. It's going to displace a lot of really good teachers, and still there are some issues with the contract about what's going to happen to them when their school closes through no fault of their own. Sometimes it's because the numbers are down. We want our teachers, our good teachers, to be back in classrooms where they can do the job that they need to do and that they're dedicated to doing. We're here because we want the schools our students deserve. So many schools don't have good wraparound services like nurses or social workers, and we need that. We're here because so many of our schools don't have libraries in the school. How do you call yourself a school if you're not encouraging your students to read independently? If you're not making it easy for them to do that by having good libraries in the schools that they attend? We're here because we need a voice. We're all dedicated professionals. We're here not because we want to be rich. Nobody goes into teaching to become rich. We're here because we have a calling. And our students are important to us. And if we don't stand up for them, who will? Not Rahm, not Penny Pritzker, not David Tolley. They're all about the numbers. Our students are being tested to death with these standardized tests. There have been years in the past couple of years where our 8th grade students have taken 23 standardized tests during the course of a school year. 23! It's ludicrous. And what do those test results really tell us? We're not sure. Because at some point, our students are so over-tested, they don't care anymore. They're filling in bubbles to get the job done. And that's not good education.
All right, tell me your name and what school you're from.
My name is Mike Cremens. I'm from Kennedy High School.
Okay, what do you do at Kennedy?
I teach. I'm a history teacher.
Wonderful. Okay, well, you're making history today, right?
We are, exactly. That's what I'm getting all of my colleagues to sign.
Tell me what your goals are in coming out here today.
Well, my goals are to support my friends, mostly. I think it's important to be here together and to let people know what we're fighting for, what our goals are.
And tell me in your words as a teacher, what are you fighting for? What are the issues? We've all heard what the mayor has to say. Well, let's hear what a teacher has to say.
I think we are trying to stand up for teachers in general in the city. We teach in some difficult situations. Lots of teachers have invested their lives in the city of Chicago, in schools that are sometimes difficult to work in. We've taken on a lot of challenges, and I don't think the mayor understands that. He's moved here, in the last year and a half, and for him to act as though he cares more about the kids than the 20,000 of us who have spent our lives teaching is ridiculous.
What's your message to parents? What do you parents will see this on the news. What do you want parents to do? Not only parents of public school students, but really everybody in Chicago.
Not exactly sure what I want parents to do. I guess I hope we've earned their respect. I guess I hope that we would understand that these teachers aren't teaching for the money. We love teaching. We love kids. It's a great job. But enough is enough. At some point when the mayor is threatening to take teachers who have given their lives to Chicago and start to just try to move them out without always having a lot of justification, to come in and close an entire school down and make such a broad statement to let every teacher go as though every teacher in the school wasn't doing their job is just not fair, and at some point the teachers have to stand up for themselves.
So you're building awareness among parents, but is there anything in terms of action items you'd want the parents to do, like contact their alderman or what?
Certainly that'd be great. I mean, it would be great to have their support and let the mayor know that they understand why teachers are doing what they're doing. I know that's probably difficult. It's hard for parents too. This isn't it's not a good situation. It's nobody's really winning in this. Teachers aren't happy to be here.
Right.
But sometimes when the mayor's poked his finger in your chest enough, what do they expect teachers to do? resources. I don't think this would have happened if they hadn't continued to just antagonize us and push us. Truthfully, I'm amazed at what you're seeing. It's a little overwhelming.
So once again, just tell me your name and what school you're with.
My name is Heidi Burke. I'm the Associate Delegate at Kennedy High School. I've been a Chicago public school teacher for 21 years. I am one of the people organizing this human lineup down Archer Avenue to bring recognition to the fact that the board wants to close roughly 80 to 120 schools upon our signing of this contract. What does that mean? That people that have worked for CPS for over 30 years, who've given their lives to students, are going to be without jobs. Parents only know what the media tells them. The problem is that charter schools does not have to accept special education students, bilingual students. They do not have to follow any uniform code of conduct. They can kick children out at will. Most of the teachers are not certified, and the board president is one of the men that's in with this whole AUSL program. What I'm hoping to do is bring recognition that teachers teach because we love students. I can't tell you how many of us buy prom dresses, shoes, bus cards, bring kids breakfast, lunch daily, buy clothes, sweaters. How many teachers I've spoken to that have brought children home against board policy because they were sleeping in cars and they're homeless, but they won't allow that testimonial into their papers. What I hope to do is appeal to the parents and to the community to bring light to what's really going on. They want to end public education, and I thought it was our civic responsibility to school all students. Thank you.
What are you doing out here today?
I am amazed. I know that this is a union town, but I am amazed at the hospitality we get from the fire department, policemen, CTA workers. The parents don't know. They keep coming up to us and say, tell us your version of it. Tell us why you're out here. Why are you striking? And it amazes me that they don't know.
And how do you suggest that they do know? I know you've talked about the news media being biased against the union. Would you suggest that people go on the website for updates, the Union CTU website?
The Union CTU website would be a great place for parents to get that information. Or talk to the Chicago Public Schools. We're in it because we love students. That's why we're here. We want to do the best for students, but believe it or not, the students that are coming to schools are coming to schools with greater issues than we've ever seen before. With the breakdown of the family, stress levels. We only have less than 300 social workers in the city of Chicago for over 600,000 students. That's an injustice. We need more nurses. Many of us, it's week 5, and we have not received textbooks yet. So these are the basic things that we need, and the money doesn't filter down to the classroom. And that's what we want parents to realize. We don't want them to be angry at us. We want them to pick up the phone, lean on their politicians, and have our aldermen sit down with the mayor, and let's see what can be done about this.